If manifestation worked the way they teach it, everyone would be rich. Like, seriously, think about it. Millions of people doing vision boards, affirmations, scripting, the 369 method. So where are all the millionaires? And here's the part that might annoy some people. A lot of the people teaching manifestation are still struggling, and a lot of the people who are following them are too. So either manifestation is complete bullshit, or we've been taught it all wrong. So let's just be honest for a second. People are doing vision boards, journaling, affirmations every morning, acting as if, and still not seeing the real change. Not consistently, not in a way that actually sticks. So what in the world is going on? Because if these techniques worked the way they're sold, you wouldn't have to keep repeating them. You wouldn't still feel stuck underneath it. And this is where most people don't want to look, because it's easier to believe, oh, I just need to do more of the technique. That's all. Instead of asking, why isn't this actually moving the needle forward? So why do the techniques fail? Here's what's actually happening. Your conscious mind is doing the vision board, but your subconscious is running your life. So here you're sitting there saying, I am wealthy, I am abundant. But underneath all of that, there's programming like money is unstable. I have to work hard for it. People with money are different than me. It is not safe for me to have more. And those patterns don't just disappear because you wrote something in a journal. Now you've got this split. One part of you is trying to move forward, and another part of you is secretly pulling you back. And that's why it feels like you don't know what to do. But nothing actually changes because you're trying to override something instead of actually changing it. Here's the identity level truth. You cannot manifest above your identity. You just can't. If you see yourself as someone who struggles with money, you will find ways to struggle, even if opportunities show up, even if things start working. You will hesitate. You will second guess. You will pull back, or maybe unconsciously sabotage it, not because you're broken, but because your system is trying to stay consistent with who you believe you are. And this is why people can hit a big month and then drop right after, get opportunities and then fumble them, or even win money and then lose it again. Nothing mystical about it. Their identity never changed. Here's what actually works. Real manifestation isn't about stacking more techniques. It's about shifting who you are at the level everything is being driven from. So instead of asking, what should I do? The real question becomes, what part of me is keeping this pattern in place? Because once that shifts, everything else moves naturally. You don't need to force alignment. You don't need to convince yourself. You don't need to repeat affirmations 100 times hoping it sticks. It just becomes how you think, how you decide, how you show up. That's what people mean when they say, become the person who actually has it. But they skip the part of how that actually happens. And this is the part most manifestation spaces avoid, because this requires real skill. It's so much easier to sell you a journal, give you a routine, tell you to just believe, than it is to actually help someone identify where they're looping, what's driving it, and how to shift it. So people stay stuck doing more and more of the so-called right things without realizing why nothing is changing. If you've been doing everything right and something still feels off underneath it, that's exactly the work I do. I work with people who already know what to do, are already showing up, but keep hitting the same internal ceiling. And we identify what's actually driving that. So if you're ready for real results, not just more techniques, you can book a private session below and we'll find out what's really going on with you.